Hey everybody, this is Dr. Andy with AG Thrive, and I am here today to talk about the power of questions. I find this to be, I think, a fascinating subject and something that's incredibly important and powerful. And basically, it just has to do with the concept of that our life and the quality of our life, the quality of our thinking, is in large part influenced or perhaps even dictated to some extent by the quality of questions that we are asking ourselves, right? And we're doing this throughout the day in often subtle ways, but we're asking ourselves questions. Why did this happen? Why did I do this? Things like that, right? Part of the way that our brain's wired, it wants explanations for things. It doesn't like things that are unfinished. There's actually a whole principle around this concept. But when we ask ourselves bad questions, leading questions, right, that are going to give us bad feedback or responses, the outcome of that is going to be pretty negative and pretty disappointing and upsetting, and it's going to create kind of a whole quality or environment of thinking and feeling that's just certainly undesirable, to say the least. So, that happens like, you have a bad interaction or a relationship that didn't work, bad interaction at work, and you start to say, why do I always mess things up? Why do I always, have people disappoint me? Things like that. That question seems maybe kind of harmless, but your brain does not leave questions unanswered. So it's going to finish that question for you, but the feedback it's going to give you is probably going to be pretty damaging, like because you're broken, because, you always mess things up and that's who you are, right? And then if you ask that question enough times over a long enough period of time, it's going to start to create an identity around those questions. And that is not good if you're asking the wrong questions. So what I want to encourage here is to give you a set of questions that I think are phenomenal, especially when it comes to how you deal with adversity and how to frame questions around challenges. That's going to help you to find solutions, and it's going to empower you in a way that I think is much more positive and helping you to become resourceful, resilient, optimistic, successful, effective, and on, right? And so these set of questions, you're encountering a challenge or hardship, and the main questions I want you to try and use and focus on, and you can certainly play around with this and choose your version of this. But the ones that I like it are, what am I supposed to learn from this? What's this moment trying to teach me? What is the value or benefit of this moment? And in really difficult times, that can be a hard one, right? Because it's like, well, this just sucks and I don't see any value in it. But if you're willing to search a little deeper, right? If you're willing to kind of look in that question a little bit deeper, oftentimes you can find a benefit. And finding that benefit can often be the kind of moment of change or transformation where you start to see the light and start to see that things can get better. You start to develop hope. So what am I supposed to learn from this? What is this moment trying to teach me? What character strength do I have that is going to help me to get through this? What character strength or value am I supposed to be developing through this? How can this shape or develop my character, so that I'm using this, the best way possible. So those are a few of the questions that I really love to use and have had a massively powerful effect for me personally, and ones that I love to encourage my clients to make. There's other questions like priming the morning. How can I have the most amazing day today? How can I impact one person's life? How can I make one person smile today? Those are all awesome questions. And I would honestly encourage you to create a whole list of maybe like 5 questions that you prime the day by asking those and thinking about them to start the day. And I love having a set of questions to end the day with. Like, what did I learn from today? What am I grateful for from today that I learned? And whatever you're focusing on that last like 10 minutes of, that you're thinking about before you go to sleep, you're often dreaming about, and sometimes if you ask the right questions before you go to sleep, I think inventors and creatives know this, that oftentimes you dream up an answer. So there is massively powerful impact and potential in the power of questions. And I implore you and encourage you to ask the right questions, ones that empower you. So I hope that was helpful. If you want more specific ideas that's related to your life, please give us a call or contact us. We'd love to be a great resource for you. And I wish you all the absolute best in growing the life, love, family and success you want and deserve. Thanks. Take care.